room. I didn't think because I never booked on Valentine's Day. You see everybody, and it's like mad hood people coming in, and it's funny when it's hood people. They got bags. You think it's bags of clothes? No, they got Doritos,
they got beers, bro,
chips, all types of potato chips,
and that's only for one night.
Snacks for days. Yeah, we saw one that was like a family of 5. Yo, they must have brought like a supermarket. And then they went to Food Bazaar and they said, "Come on, bring the Food Bazaar to the hotel."
And probably only 2 people was supposed to stay in that room, and they brought like 10.
Yeah, man. So then the funny thing with this hotel is right next to Roof Chris. So I guess when you park in the parking lot, you could do for both. So that parking lot was busy.
Yeah.
Because some people were going to dinner for Valentine's Day. So whatever, we went into our room. We chilled for a little bit. We actually just like took a nap. And then from there, I woke up around like 5:30. And we didn't have no reservations to eat anything. Because I was trying to book everything and everything was like far. And once I put my car in the lot, I'm like, I don't want to like drive no more. I just want to chill. So we just, from there, we were just chilling in the room watching TV. So I just was like, let's go. Let's just take a walk. Maybe we can find some places to eat. Because we were in an area like this now. Where we were at was more the city. More like a Fifth Avenue type of thing.
Okay.
More like where a lot of stores are at. But then we couldn't find really no restaurants. The only one that opened up late was the Roof Chris next door. But we already went there the night before. So we just said...
This is Monday?
This was Sunday.
Oh, because you guys went to
here.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it. So my girl thank God my girl's cool. She was like, let's just order in. I was like, you sure? She's like, yeah. She was like, I know you want to go out, but I'll stay in. I'm like, nah, I'm actually good. So we just order Uber Eats. We order like some place, like a Philly cheesesteak place. Wasn't that good. It was called Cleaver. The Philly cheesesteak was mad big, bro. Like a big Italian sandwich. Yo, you couldn't even close it.
Man, those are whack, man.
The only bad thing was that it had cheese plus mad cheese whiz. It had too much cheese whiz.
So it had 2 types of cheese?
It had regular cheese plus too much cheese whiz. So because I ordered Uber Eats, you couldn't really change it. I really wanted Shake Shack, but she was like, oh, let's try something from out here. So it was I ate half of it. Like half of it was a humongous sandwich. And then from there, we just chilled. Watched TV shows, which I'll get into what we watched. And then that was it. And then the next day, just Sunday, had it checked out. We worked out in the morning in the hotel. And then from there, I made reservations. At least I kind of made it up. So I made reservations the night before because I'm like, I'm going to try to find a cool breakfast spot similar to the one we went to in Boston. So I went to like looking at TripAdvisor or Yelp.
The gay one we went to?
No, I wish.
They treated us like God there.
Yeah, I wish.
The first one you're talking about.
The first one, that French toast thing. I was trying to find something cool like that, but there was one, but there was a whole bunch of locations called like Sophia's. And then from there was one called the Continental, which was like, I guess, part of the Hotel Continental. It looked good, but I think it was closed. But then I was looking, I found Max Brenner. I'm like, oh, this will be perfect.
That's where you put the video up?
So Max Brenner was one of me and my fiance's like first dates. And the funny thing, I don't know if I should blow it up.
Uh-oh. I think you told me about this.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I said it in the podcast, but who knows?
I don't think you have, because if I'm thinking what you're going to say.
Yeah.
Was she drunk, you told me?
No, that time, no, she wasn't drunk. It just happened. So, whatever. So we had like, that's like one of our date spots. Plus, me and my daughter. It's funny how I'm like, I'm not showing it. Albert like, let me give him liquid courage.
Yeah.
About to pour Jameson.
No, either that or I'm going to just give you a shot for saying what you're about to say.
Yeah. So plus I used to always go there with my daughter. And I'm like, damn, that's a perfect Valentine's place, like a chocolate place. So I saw there was only like right around the corner, not too far. So I booked like lunch and I told her, yo, tomorrow, whatever. I'm like, it's a surprise. So next day, so yeah, that was Sunday. I think I spoke to E. He was DJing on Twitch. And then from there, we went to that place. It was literally like, I should have left my car in the parking lot because then I had to park in another parking lot. And it cost me like $24 for like an hour and a half.
Damn.
Because it's like the city. But to be honest, for my hotel, it was probably like an 8 to 10 minute walk because it's mad small. We went to the Max Brenner. Fucking good. When we got there, it was empty because we got there like at 12:15. Yo, the food was. I was like, maybe the food won't taste the same. The burger still good, man. They made it the same way. The wings still fucking good. The only thing now they have different. Before they used to have just the wings regular. Now they have teriyaki, barbecue, and all that stuff.
I haven't been in Max Burner since Jesus' sister Jess.
Oh,
she was late to everything.
Yes.
No, she's not related to the super. They could goddamn be related because they're fucking late to everything.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Rodeo's about to talk.
Rodeo and weather.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we went to Max Burner. If you people don't know, I don't know if the one in New York is open, but 14th Street, check it out. It's a chocolate restaurant.
We used to have one in Garden State, but they closed that one down quick.
Yeah. And so now we went to that. Food was good. My girl had the mac and cheese. Yo, the drink. My girl had the chocolate martini. I had the milk. No, she had the milk chocolate. I had the white chocolate.
I've actually had that chocolate martini.
Yo, fucking great.
And no, it didn't make me feel feminine. I loved it. Fuck that. And they got a chocolate beer there too.
So I had that afterwards.
That's pretty goddamn good.
I remember because I remember me and Al had that one. It was called like the double chocolate stout.
Yeah.
So I had that. We ate. I was full already from just eating. And then my girl, she's like, I want to get the dessert. But like going back to this thing, like when we checked the menu, it wasn't as big. Remember back in the days, they had like a lot of pages for the dessert. Now they have everything in one sheet. So desserts, they had like maybe 6 desserts. It was very small.
So they cut it down.
They had the fondue, which we got. That's what my girl wanted to get. I really like getting either the warm cookie or this other one that I had one time.
Then they have like a warm brownie at one time also.
I think
ice cream also.
Yeah, and it brings. I remember because I bought it. It brings like milk. The chocolate come like in these little tubes.
Yeah.
It's like you're doing potions.
You're doing it yourself.
Yeah,
you pour it yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. We got the fondue. Whatever. I had some of that shit, but kind of like I was saying years ago when I first started dating my girl. When I first took on a date, I don't even know what date. When we were first just dating, getting to know each other, I took her to that place, to Max Brenner. And if you ever been there, they have a fondue thing, which you can make your s'mores. They have the fire thing. You get the mushrooms. You get the marshmallow. Sorry. Yeah. And at one point, she had the marshmallow on a stick. And I don't know what the hell she did that. Her hair caught on fire.
My God.
People... So, like, her hair, and I'm like, and she didn't even notice. I'm just looking at her, and I didn't. I'm like, yo, your hair. She's like, what? I'm like, your hair. And she's like, oh. So she had to pat it down, and that shit.
She didn't drop and roll.
She was like, I was like, God damn, she didn't have the Gorilla Glue. So.
No, she's lucky she didn't have the extra gel the girls wear.
Oh, yeah.
The curly hair gel.
Aquanet.
Yeah. She would have burned to baldness.
For real. So I was like, holy shit. So so that was like a memorable one. So so we went to this place and she was really happy. As soon I was parking, because I had told her, like, I was trying to put it on GPS that she won't see. And out of all things, the GPS just kept saying Max Brenner. I'm like, I had to hold in my hands. And then right when I'm like, let me try to find parking, because it said it was like 300 feet. So I saw a parking, so I'm like, I'm going to park there. So right when I'm driving in, she's like, oh, look, Max Brenner. And I'm like, all right, yeah. And then I'm like, that's what she was so happy. So we did that. We ate there. Everything was great. And then from there, we went to, we're going to go to this mall called King of Persia. It's a big mall, but we just, because the weather was supposed to be bad, we went to a casino out there called like Live Casinos right by the water, close by. Same thing. We wanted to go to this bar over there that looks pretty cool, but there's like a whiskey bar. They're like, oh, you got to eat. We were like, we're full.
Oh, yeah. They make you buy
so
everywhere now,
we just went to, we just gambled. She gambled. I fucking lost money like so fucking fast. I was like fucking pissed.
Really?
I took out 100. I'm like, I'm going to waste this 100. And I used it on some whack ass machine. Then I took it out, and she was doing roulette, but on not the real roulette, but like on the screen. And I lost that shit because I didn't even know you could put the ones. I was betting everything with fives.
They didn't have that, the one Richie put us on?
That's the one my girl's good at that shit. So that's what she was looking for. It's called Big Six.
Yeah, Richie put us on that one. That's my favorite one now.
That's her favorite one. So, we went around. Security was looking at us. We went around the whole casino floor looking for it.
Drunk or sober, I always play that one.
You know what I was thinking too when I was in a casino? And I'm like, the casino is similar to like a strip club in some sense.
Oh, let's see. Let's see where Lee's going with this.
You know why? Because let's say you go to the casino at like 8 o'clock in the morning. And let's say we're staying in Atlantic City. We're going to go eat breakfast.
Yeah.
And we see people playing. We judge them like if they're like they got problems. Like they're in a strip club.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with them?
But that's what they go there for.
I know.
That's the problem.
I saw people. I'm like, we're there because we're kind of on vacation. We got there like 2 o'clock and I'm like, are these people even working?
Let me ask. Were these older people you saw?
Older. Some young.
And they were probably in the penny machines, nickel machines.
Those people were, but then it's like the real ones. And you could tell they're playing blackjack. And they're like, those ones, a group, they're friends. They're playing crabs, I guess. The woman. And I'm like, yo, the guy's throwing the dice. He look like he got no money. I'm like, how the hell can you? Because it's a different one. If you go to a casino, and I noticed it when I went to Pennsylvania with my girl last year for her birthday, and then I went to this one, there's a different type of clientele. It's like redneck, right? So this one is redneck as opposed to Atlantic City. You have some redneck mixed with some people who look like they're spending money. But this place, it looked like, you're like, what the fuck? It's 1 o'clock. And I'm like, yo, these guys, you kind of judge them. Like, if they're going in like at 9 o'clock, you're like, what the fuck? I'm like, this nigga must have problems.
They need money for rent.
And I'm like looking at them. I'm like, yo, these guys are really into it. And it's 2 o'clock on a Monday.
And they're probably looking at you like, why you just walking around?
Yeah, exactly.
Why you not gambling?
Exactly.
What the hell you doing in a casino just walking around?
Exactly. They're looking at me like, this guy's a rookie.
Yeah.
And those guys are like, shit. And I'm like, I could imagine working there. They must have stories with the regulars and shit with these people. But I was just like, God damn.
Well, it's the same thing when we go to Atlantic City. We get there at a certain time, right? Like if we take the bus from New York, we try to get there the earliest we can. We get there like 12.
Yeah.
We see people gambling. It'd be 3 in the morning when we come from a club. We see people gambling. We're rushing to go back home in the bus at 8, 9 in the morning. We see people gambling.
I know.
It's like, this is 24 hours. It's like, this is all, I guess this is what we're going to do when we're old and we got onto, this is like you're like 65, 66 years old. Yo, we can't go clubbing, but we could go gamble.
I think we did that shit once. I think one of like the last times that we were in Atlantic City, we got twisted. It was like 4:30 in the morning. I think we probably even ate. And then we were like, yo, let's gamble.
Yeah.
At 5. And I'm like, for us, we're drunk. But then I see people who are really into it. And I'm like, God damn, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. Like, go to sleep.
Like, after we eat, I want to go to the room and sleep.
But they probably go to sleep and they're probably like, 2 more hours. I'm going to wake up and hit it again.
No, they go to sleep when they're bankrupt. They got no more money.
Yeah.
They took all the money on the ATM. They go upstairs to the room. I think I'm going to tell somebody to lend me money and go back. I'm going to win it back.
Yeah.
And they go home broke.
Shit. But yeah, I was like...
Is it a gambling problem? Maybe it's a... I don't know, because when I go to Atlantic City, I'm not there to gamble. I'm there to party, drink, and maybe I will gamble the most $100, maybe.
Yeah.
Or less.
Yeah, usually I do $60.
Because I do 20 on the machine, maybe 40 on the one Richie put us on, and if I'm winning, I keep going. One time, I guess it was the time you're talking about, we came home, I think it was me, you, and Steven. We were just walking around. I think we came out of Cuba Libre or something. Mm-hmm. And Tropicana just sat down, put $5, because that's all I had in my pocket. Played it all 5. And Steven was like, yo, you're not going to wait? I was like, yeah, I always lose. And when I'm walking away, he's like by the almost in the middle of the machine and me, and it's